Hi and welcome to EV Kitchen. Today we're going to learn how to make falafel. Lucky, a lot of the ingredients have already been made up, but anyway, we'll go through the whole process and you can see exactly how we make Simon's secret falafel. I've just been told by the editor, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, hang on, left hand. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe right here. Thank you. Okay, like any terrific cooking show, okay, we've taken a couple of steps and we've accelerated it so that we can do this in a couple of minutes. We need to start off with a bag of chickpeas, very simple, and we place that into a large mixing bowl, which is right behind me here. Okay, and we add water and 2 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda. And we have to let this sit overnight. You don't have to stay here and wait for it. Okay, you can actually go home if you want. And what should happen by the next morning is we should be able to get a good chickpeas like this ready to go. Okay, once we've, of course, drained it and rinsed it. Okay, so we need some chickpeas. With the chickpeas, we also need to add some onions, parsley, coriander, or some people call it cilantro, some dill, and some onions. If you want to get the quantities of these ingredients, just give me a yell whenever you like. Now, that's all what we call the hard ingredients. Now we've got the dry ingredients. For the dry ingredients, we're going to need chilies, cumin, and some ground coriander. And let's not forget the garlic. There's no good Arabic dish without garlic in it. What we're going to do is we're going to mince all of them together in this terrific mincer that we've got. Okay. And we're only going to do it in bits and pieces, and then we'll go through and show you how the finished product comes together. We get our large bowl, and we place it underneath, and wait for it. It's going to be very noisy. Listen to this. Voila! Well, that's a noisy thing, isn't it? Wow. Tell you what's driving me nuts. Anyway, now that the noise is gone, we can start talking again. Let me just give my hands a quick wash. So now that we've got our mixture, we're now going to add all the spices, all the dry ingredients. Okay, so we start off with a bit of black pepper. Now, let's just make sure, always sprinkle it as much as you can so you don't get a concentration in any one place of any of the spices. Okay, we add a little bit of chili. Actually, we add a lot of chili. Okay. We now add a little bit of cumin, or in America they say cumin. It's actually pronounced cumin. And if you're in Turkey, it's pronounced chaman. But this is not Turkish, this is actually Lebanese. And we're now going to add some coriander. And the most important ingredient, of course, is garlic. I'm going to cheat today. I normally use fresh garlic, and we would normally be using fresh garlic, but we didn't have any in the kitchen. So that's not enough garlic. We should put more garlic. It needs more garlic, this thing. I'm going to come back to it later. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep stirring this now until all our dry spices have mixed through properly and we get a nice consistent color. Now, I'm doing this with a spoon today, but normally I would use my hands, but for the purpose of hygiene and to prove that it can be done without using your hands. Now, as you can see, the mixture is very, very dry. It is not a problem, okay? It is supposed to be dry like this. And once we've finished, of course, mixing it, okay, once we get that even color through the whole thing, what we can do then is we can refrigerate it. You cannot cook this for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. It actually needs to sit. It needs to rest. That's the right word. Okay, so because we can do all sorts of wonderful magic on this show, what we're going to do is we're going to keep stirring this. Okay, I'm not going to keep stirring it. I'm going to refrigerate it. And we'll be back in an hour. You can wait if you like, but we should be back in about an hour. It's been an hour already. Come and join me. As you can see, we are now ready to start making our falafel. This is the tub we left it in before. We're going to transfer that to a smaller container so we can work with it. Okay, and all we're simply going to do is just add a little bit of baking powder. Not too much, just a bit of a sprinkle over the top. Okay, and what the baking powder will do, it will allow the falafel to become quite fluffy. Okay, so what we have here now is we have our falafel tool. Okay, and we have the spoon which we'll need to assemble the falafels. Okay, now before we actually assemble the falafels or any of this is done, what we need to do is we need to put some oil, okay, and bring it to about 160, 170 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if we have a look over here, what you'll see is there's some oil on here already. Okay, so what we just simply do here is we just get our falafel tool. There's a little arm on the bottom of it. We just pull that arm down, grab a spoon of the mixture, and put it in. And then let's grab some more. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to get it to be packed down nice and tight. Once it's packed down nice and tight, what we will expect is for the product, okay, if we lift up our hand like that, that's what it should look like. Okay, and once it's ready, we'll just slide it into the oil. So one more time. Okay. Now, I'm making it look very easy because I've been doing this for 2 days. Okay, I'm making it look very easy because I've been doing this for a long time. Okay, so it does take a bit of practice to get this right. Okay, so we're going to grab this. Okay, we're going to grab our gun. We're going to check our temperature. So if we're coming to check our temperature, we can see it's still quite cool. If we wanted to get up to 160 degrees, we might just wait. While we're waiting for that, what I might do is I might show you what happens if you put it in. I might show you what happens when you put it in if the oil is not hot enough. So let me grab the spoon, come across, and when we try and slide it in, okay, as you can see, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so we're just going to lift that out because if we don't, that'll just go into a million pieces in the oil. So as you can see now, the temperature is pretty good. We're about 160, 163 degrees. We can start cooking. Okay, let's put that to one side. We're going to now just slide it in slowly, and look at that. Let's put a second one in there. Now, if you let one cook by itself, okay, it will cook very quickly, but it won't cook in the middle. Okay, so we're going to make sure we're going to put a couple in to bring the temperature of the oil down a little bit. Okay, so if you can have a look, okay, you can see the falafel cooking. It looks beautiful. It's terrific. Just like I bought one. Okay, so we're going to let it cook until we see the bubbles slow right down. Once the bubbles slow right down, we'll be able to remove it and open it up. Let's have a look. So this one is ready because it's basically stopped bubbling away. We're just going to put that over here. Let's grab the other one. Although it goes quite dark on the outside, it can actually go much darker than that if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter because it's not the outside that's important. The outside's supposed to be nice and crunchy. What we are interested in the middle is in the middle. So if we just break it open, as you can see, look at that. Now that is a falafel. Okay. And we just serve that up with a bit of tahini sauce. Not bad. Okay. So, up here. So, that's it. And remember, don't leave the kitchen the way you found it. Leave it the way you'd like to find it. Have a great day.